The U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments today on a free speech dispute over a proposed Texas license plate featuring the Confederate flag. The state rarely rejects a specialty plate, but it did turn down a request by the Texas Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans for a plate with its logo bearing the battle flag. 8 other states have similar license plates. Fox's Tom Fitzgerald has more on today's arguments from Washington, D.C. Tom.
Well, Clarice, you know, these days states offer all kinds of personalized license plates from your favorite sports teams, your hobby, even your own personal interest. But today here in Washington, the group Sons of Confederate Veterans asked the U.S. Supreme Court to force Texas into providing a license plate bearing the Confederate battle flag. But Texas is fighting back, arguing before the justices today that such a decision would amount to a government endorsement of a symbol that many find offensive.
Ben Jones is proud of his 3 great-grandfathers who fought for the Confederacy in the Civil War.
The symbols of the Confederacy have occasionally been misused by racists.
But what he is not proud of is how some hate groups have hijacked the historic flag his ancestors fought for.
And when we say we are about heritage, not hate, we mean what we say.
A former Georgia congressman, Jones played Cooter on the Dukes of Hazzard TV show, and he points to the show's General Lee race car with its Confederate battle flag on the roof as an example of how context matters when people talk about the flag being offensive.
If I see it on top of the General Lee, it makes me smile.
Now, the U.S. Supreme Court is taking up the issue on license plates. As it stands right now, several states offer license plates featuring the Confederate battle flag, including Virginia and Maryland. But the issue before the court is this: can states reject messages on license plates which could be potentially politically divisive without violating free speech rights? Attorneys for the state of Texas argued the plates would be a government endorsement of a symbol some find offensive.
And when the state chooses those messages to go out into the world on these mobile billboards, people see that and they associate it with the state.
But lawyers for Sons of Confederate Veterans argued the plates reflect the views of a car's owner, not the state that issues them.
The only person who ever communicates the idea is the person who buys the plate, puts it on its bumper sticker, and drives around.
Many African Americans, though, told us bluntly the plates are offensive.
If something was offensive, I wouldn't want someone to do anything that would harm me.
Well, during the arguments today, the justices appear to have a hard time lining up behind Texas's argument. And this free speech case will be decided this year before the end of the current term in June. Reporting from Washington, I'm Tom Fitzgerald.